Testing. Testing, yeah. All right. Okay, well, I'm going to play Katara. Yeah, I think we're playing Katara. All right. Katara. You've probably seen it at this point. Pretty good. 2-mana 1/3. Whenever you cast a spell on your opponent's turn, you get an experience counter. Then whenever this attacks, you draw that many cards and then discard one. I don't even know why it has a discard clause on it, but I suppose it's just so that you can't draw, discard, or trigger it and do weird stuff. I don't really know, but it doesn't matter. You're going to draw so many cards. Going down one is whatever. It does mean you don't want to activate or say yes to the ability when you don't have any experience counters, because then you just discard a card and you don't draw anything. Sometimes that can matter, I guess, with like some madness situation. I don't really know how that happened. Like, in some insane universe, I'm sure you could actually cast the Emrakul for 6 colorless with the commander like this and play a ton of colorless tapping lands, but there's no reason. The biggest hurdle this commander has, in my opinion, is just letting it attack. Can be a little annoying, but there's a lot of unsummon effects. There's ways to make it unblockable, just like Yuriko. Protection spells, I think, are important, which is another sort of weakness. You don't recover too well when Katara dies, and I actually kind of expect a lot of people to, especially in Diamond and Mythic, to actually have cards just ready for a more fine-tuned meta. So, yeah, that's it. Counterspell Wall. Oh, let's not do what I did last time. Actually play the deck I just talked about. There we go, I did it. Can you... Is Wonder in the game? I guess it is in the game. You could play Wonder. There's not a lot of graveyard hate. I'm sure Wonder works. That's interesting. I think I just leave up my Stifle because they have a fetch land. Oh, right, I should play this. Sorry. Can very easily recover from a 2-mana removal spell, which at this point they have to have one instead of casting Sight. Oh, they don't. All right. So we're going to bounce that. That doesn't work right now. We're going to bounce it on their turn. Right? Yep. I don't think there's a reason not to swing. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, now they cannot block. Now they can't block. Okay, they're thinking about it. Oof, tragic. All right. Think we can do this? We can swing with Katara first, actually. I guess I don't have to. Oh, opponent, you're in diamond. What's wrong? Oh, I know, it's hard. Upsetting a Scythus player. Alright, must be difficult. Must be difficult. You'll be fine. I know, it's hard. How have I been? I've been good. Having a good time since the ranked thing came out. Apparently my opponents haven't, but I have. Turn 1, Feel the Dead. I think I keep all of this? Yeah. What does this do? Okay. What does this do? Discard a card that's indestructible. Okay. Sure. You have fewer more cards in hand. Top 6 cards. What does this do? Whenever I cast a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it. Alright, so I can't cast my, like, free spells. There's no reason to play this. Not really. Okay, they don't have double white? Or wait. Yeah, they don't have double red and white. Which maybe they thought they did. Let's hope they get rid of Boromir forever? Erode. I can't do anything about that. So I think I just passed the turn, wait for a land. I'm only taking 2. Yeah, that makes sense to me. It looks like another instant. Kind of annoying. I guess I'll take 4 spike if that's the case. Yeah, I don't think this can go that wrong, so I'll cast it. Okay. That's enough to not let me swing. So I have to play this, or should play this. That's fine. I think I will witness protection that. Because I don't want that to have text. Technically losing the damage race, but Katara is going to draw 7 cards a turn. Might be fine. Ooh, good draw. Let's get rid of you. Do I play it here? I think I do, right? Yeah. And then just pass. Grand Abolisher. That is probably the best possible top deck of, like, everness. Oh, they can't cast their commander, though. So it's not that crazy. Guess I can get rid of Commandeer at this point. I think I like literally have to counter spell this. So I should do that before I run out of mana. Shore up untaps Katara, and then I can kill Seasoned Spaghetti Blade, and there's no tricks. They can't cast their commander. That just removed... Oh, they just want to get rid of it to... Okay, I didn't see that line, but that's probably more efficient than most other lines. Fortunately, it won't really matter. Let's play Giant Octopus Generator, which makes an 8/8 every turn cycle. I think there's like a 0% chance they win. I think I even beat Cavern of Souls, which is probably their best draw. I don't think there's a single thing my opponent can do here. Do I have to do this as a sorcery? I'm just going to do it. I don't feel like making a mistake. Alright, pass. I don't need Reliquary Tower, but it makes it easier. I'm very, very poised to win with the army of spells. Yeah. Well, this is at least someone who made me cast the spells. Usually people just give up once I draw 10 and pass, but that person made me do it. Erode, I think... I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't think I like this ever. I'm trying to think why someone like who's going through Diamond is like still playing Erode, and I think I don't want to say it completely cost my opponent the entire game, but this is not an answer to really any commander ever. So I just really, really don't like it. I think there's enough good options. I see like red-white Quintarius decks, and they never seem to have Erode, and they work just fine. I really just don't like Erode. I think you should never play it. It does kill other things that aren't your opponent's commander, but it doesn't kill Llanowar Elves. It really doesn't kill any kind of 1-drop, right? If you play it on turn 1, you kind of just lost immediately. But I don't know. It could kill an octopus. That might matter. Just not feeling it. Always thinking about that card. And Path to Exile, just... I don't know, man. Never upset to see those cards cast at you. Never, ever upset. Like that land they gave me, I think did matter. But I have to reinvest in my commander, I guess? I don't know. Just not feeling it. Alright. Leovold stops Katara from doing things. Okay. I don't know if Negate's good enough on its own, but we'll see. I'm kind of just content with casting Katara on turn 2 all the time. If they kill it, they kill it. They should have untapped and played a land. If I had days, they would feel really stupid. It would feel really stupid right about now. I'm not going to commandeer that. That seems a little crazy. Probably got Thoughtseize. Oh, I got that. Sure, yeah, that makes sense. I think. And we just play Katara again? Yep, I think so. I can't get haste with Katara. Okay, I probably would have bounced Katara. Well, I don't have any cards in my hand, so maybe that just makes sense. I'm probably losing this game now, though. They just had, like, the wall of perfect answers. 0-minute answer, 0-minute answer. This is also a 0-minute answer. And then they had Vampiric Tutor, so it's probably just an auto loss. There's no solution to Leovold. Yep, they literally just had a wall of perfect everything. And I can't even kill Jace. There's 3 cards that game they did not have to spend mana for. I do have a second land, alright. Well, this is a cool deck to see. Like that. I guess I'll cast Peak. No, I don't think I'm gonna cast Peak at all. Although, actually I should, because then I know what's going on. That's probably an extremely good idea. So, Baleful Mastery, Liliana, Mana Rock, Shieldred. So I can't really cast my commander. Oh, I guess I can, actually. I have Daze. And then they cast Liliana, and I have no answer to that. Okay, I guess I cannot do anything. I can do this. Nope, still can't do anything. Swiftfoot boots, don't care. Cast it now. Be able to cast Daze and a second spell might actually be good enough. It's been a minute since I've cast Essence Scatter, like for real. Alright, sweet. I think my opponent's mistake here, like, and it was potentially a major one, was actually casting the Swiftfoot boots. I think if my opponent played this tighter, it'd be a lot harder for me to get in, given the exact answers I had. Like, I'd have to put more effort into this, but they cast the boots, tapped low. The Baleful would have cost 4 regardless, I guess, but if they just did it for 2 and left up 2 mana, which I think is a good idea, there's Spell Pierce and the like in this format, I think this could have panned out differently, but hey, my opponent's Mythic with a cool commander. But to be fair, once you hit Mythic, I'm sure everyone just starts, you know, playing the goofy. They're back to the goofiness when they hit Mythic because it doesn't matter, right? It's cool commander though. Cool commander. Ooh, hello. Oh, those are weird looking, huh? That's actually really weird looking. Well, you know what? I'll take it. I haven't bought a cosmetic in like 2 months. I'll take that one. What are these even from? Is that like Mirrodin shards in the background? What are these from? Brotherhood? Yeah. Yeah, why not? Why not? I actually really like these. I'll just have to remember I got them. Actually, I think Kinnan runs all of them. Maybe they're just in here. Mindstone, Cold Steel, and Signet. Those are neat. Yeah, it's not breaking the universe, because sometimes it's like 2,500 gold for a pair of bunny ears on your Ragavan or something. I guess it makes it easier to find them when you're sifting through your deck, too. Whenever you cast a creature spell, alright, this is the does everything only at perfect curve commander. I'm actually surprised I'm seeing more than the same 5 decks over and over. Actually kind of surprised. I don't have a free spell. Does that change anything against this deck? I don't think it does. I think my opponent would take the opportunity to cast their commander if I went shields down, which is reasonable. But if they have a 1-drop and it's extremely good, I can just immediately lose this. All right, looks like that's not. What the heck is this? Power intelligence. I wasn't expecting that. Didn't draw anything that matters. I guess it's tragic. I think it's probably wise to put in real stats to make the Katara attack genuinely difficult instead of just a 1/1 that might not do anything at all. Sure. How do we do nothing after that? That's very strange. Okay, Brazenbauer, your Ledger Shredder? I guess. Okay. They didn't swing with the 3/3, which, again, I would argue probably makes sense. Let's play... I guess nothing, huh? This is a weird game. I assume I get wash away here. Would be ideal, at least. I did not get wash away. Okay. Fortunately, I have this thing. So, return target creature you control as owner's hand. Virtually gains +2 to activate. So, yeah, I want to put this to my hand. And I ideally want to do it right now. My hand. And then just pass. We can start trading damage, right? I don't think it matters. Maybe trading damage is irrelevant. Yeah, maybe that doesn't make sense, actually. I drew a land. Still no defensive capability if I cast Katara, but I don't think I can just not cast Katara, so I'm gonna cast it. Okay, my opponent literally ran out of cards, and their commander just wasn't in play at any point in that. Oh, lands, please. I think I get rid of the Ledger Shredder at this point. No, I have to get rid of this. Yeah, that's gonna win the game. Alright. When it was gonna draw Force of Negation. Okay. I need something that I don't think I can find anymore. They had to think about their commander? I don't quite understand why. Okay, they don't attack with anything, which is honestly pretty reasonable. But I can get in there anyways. This is good, but is it good enough? Is it fast enough? Who knows? Maybe it is. I really don't know. Let's get rid of you. It might not be good enough. Really wish it would just tap, but this doesn't feel like it's going to be good enough. They got rid of Force of Will? Okay. They looted through Force of Negation and Force of Will. Mockingbird for literally 1. Sure. There's nothing I can do about that. That does mean they triggered their commander with a top deck. Sure. I don't think I really detest the fact that this card has gotten value and I can't stop it, but so be it. My opponent has Venser. Of course they do. All right. Fascinating. You got it. My opponent has top decked like a god. In fact, they would have had an even better go of it if I didn't loot away the Force of Negation, Force of Will. That was an insane run off the top there. I guess that's typical. is actually insane. There's so much value off of one card I can't do anything about. But you could say I lost that 2 turns ago, maybe even 3 turns ago, and I should have just gave up. I haven't had a good protection spell yet. And I draw one against mono green, as is tradition. Well, let's hope for no 1-drop. It's a green deck. I'm not expecting anything. This could be Once Upon a Time, Endurance. I don't think we have Summoner's Pact, so I don't know what else it could be. Okay, they found what I assume is Cavern Souls? No, it's just Ancient Tomb. No respect for Daze there. Or Force of Negation, actually. I guess there's no reason to, then. Let's play Brainstorm now? No, there's no reason to play Brainstorm now. I can do it on my opponent's turn. The vast majority of the answers I have to Nissa are done on my opponent's turn anyways. Can I draw anything that matters? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Opponent gets a giant random 5-mana turtle. Okay. They have 6 mana. Okay, I have to deal with that. It does look like I can, unless my opponent's playing Veil of whatchamacallit. So, can't attack yet. Not too big of a deal, though. I still have cards in my hand that probably matter. Brawling Barons, that's interesting. And probably a problem? Same amount as mana as last turn there. Eaten by piranhas. Suppose that's good against my opponent's commander. I'm going to counter the Savala. And then I can... Eaten by piranhas, their commander... If it tries to block? Right? And then they have to, like, recast it. I think that's good. Well, now it's really good. Now it's, like, obscenely good to do that, so... I don't think I have to bounce priests in their upkeep. I don't feel like I do. I don't know what could make me want to that... Well, I mean, we'll find out, but I don't think I'm doing anything about that. My hand is too good now to be concerned about that. Alright, so now they need, like, Cavernous Souls, because I'm about to draw a lot of cards. I beat Feel the Dead earlier today already. I could... No, you know what? No. I guess I could have killed that with one of these, right? Yeah, I guess I could have, but I didn't. I might have also missed my window to do it, and I didn't want to waste it. Could have cast it anyways to, like... do something. We can get rid of yeah, we can just get rid of Preordain. It's not like I need it. Probably don't need Negate either. Mossborn Hydra. If there's a land, it's just a 2/2. I can sleep magic it. When enchanted creature is dealt damage, sack it. Yeah, I can just enchant magic that, I think. Or sleep magic it. Sure. You also need a land. I don't know if they played a land last turn. They don't swing this time. Let's bounce the Priest. Because it's mana, and I'm not threatened by Mossborn Hydra. This is to make Crawling Barrens a 2/2. Put 2 counters on Crawling Barrens, I assume. Am I going to get Negate here? Horde of Calling. Wow, I am. Sweet. Alright, well I'm drawing 10 cards a turn, so... luck to your opponent. Let's... because I have an absolute abundance of riches, I'll just Witness Protection this, I guess. And is there anything else to dump now? No, not really. Let's get rid of you. Oh, it made it a 2/2. It made it a 2/2 because it's a 0/0. That's funny. I didn't think of that. Could have also played Aqueous Form here. I would have been fine. I don't think it matters. I don't know what they could do except maybe like an Eldrazi. I mean, I have Stifle now actually for an Eldrazi, so maybe that isn't good enough. Okay, I don't think I like this. Resolving, even though I have answers to it when it's in play. Wow, a Veil of Summer player. Kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. Veil of Summer, this is the second time I've seen it. Still don't think I like it that much, but there it is. Doing stuff. Okay, well, I draw 12, 13 a turn. If I had to swing 14 times to kill my opponent, I would deck out. So I can't inherently activate this every time. I can... I guess I'll just do this. Make it so I actually do at least 1 damage each time. Suppose. Could have kept the fetch land for other things. Alright, that's another way to kill my opponent. Suppose. Get rid of you. Actually, I kind of want the fetch land. I have Mystic Sanctuary in my deck. I don't think I need Stifle. Although maybe Stifle's a good uh-oh Spaghetti-O button. If things go awry. Oh, I'm sorry. What am I doing? I only have to discard 1. This is the attack. I'm just sitting here trying to go to hand size already. I don't think there's any secrets. So I'll just cast Fairy Mastermind. Like, there's no reason not to. I just send it. So I have 1 less card to get rid of. Discard 7. 1. Oh, Mystic Sanctuary's in my hand. Okay, I can get rid of this then. 3. Okay, I'm going to try without utter insignificance. Again, I'm drawing a full hand size every turn. It's probably not going to matter. Crawling Barons, I don't think it... No, because they need the Ancient Tomb to do anything. It's too much damage. Can't do anything. It's a 1-mana cryptic command in certain matchups. I'm going to put that on top of your deck, so you have to redraw it. Unless you found a shuffle this very turn. Looks like they didn't. I guess I can also just cast this as a 3/1. Actually, I can bounce this because we know there isn't a land. And it's going to come back as a smaller creature. I can just bounce it. I would have beaten Field of the Dead had they had it online this whole time. Like if they were making a 2/2 every turn. I would have been able to beat that. So it's the second time I've seen this, and both times it would not have, in my opinion, been good enough to get there. There's not... I mean, there's nothing my opponent could possibly do to me that makes me not want to just tap out. At least I'm not seeing it. Let's get rid of you. Well, that's the no max hand size card, actually. Could make things easier. I can't get to exactly 13, though. Probably not, at least. There it is. Triskaidekaphile. What a cool card. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if they activate Crawling Barons, it is tapped. Not that it would matter. It can't block anything. What is this? Entish. Oh, okay. All right. This will be stopped by this. There you go. Now you're, I think, 100% dead because you can't do anything. This is a 2-turn clock, right? 1 to 6. It should be a 2-turn clock, and there is definitively nothing they can do to stop that because I know what they're going to draw in another hand. 22 cards in my hand. I drew Reliquary Tower too. Didn't even need it, but it still looks cool. There's 13 of everything in the art. Which is like a little homage. Okay, I don't understand how they did nothing. I'm not going to waste my time casting things. Do I have a bounce spell for the Crawling Barons? Let's just... Oh, I can stifle Crawling Barons too. Yeah, I can stifle it. Let's put that on top. Again, it doesn't matter. This is exactly lethal, so... I don't know what they could do. Like, activating Crawling Barons would kill you with the Ancient Tomb. Oh, it's a whatchamacallit. Let's kill him in style. Let's kill him in style. Oh! Wait a minute. That's not how that works. Shoot. Sorry, my bad. This is why I don't like messing around, because I'm going to make some arbitrary mistake that's could have made this game last a turn longer. It, again, doesn't actually matter. They would have... probably can't do anything the next turn anyways, had I not stopped them. This is a cool commander. That's cool. Is it fast enough? I don't know. Like, Azusa is nice, but maybe Azusa playing a bunch of lands isn't as good as drawing cards with this. Like, this finds elementals and elves, and they did have some cards I've never seen before. So, I don't know, what's the best thing my opponent did this game? It probably was the crop rotation for Ancient Tomb. I don't know how different this game is if they got Cavernous Souls and were a turn slower because they didn't have any more lands. But I think we dealt with what mattered, and I probably dealt with more than I had to, honestly. But yeah, this looks crazy, right? I'm drawing 20 cards a turn, but I won this game when the energy, or what are these, experience counters? The experience counters were at like 6. Like, this is just my opponent not conceding, which is fair. I like seeing people play it out. Though I think in that exact example, I think it was 100% to lose. I don't think the best card in their deck, if they stacked their deck, I don't think they could have won that. So it's still good to play it out, I think. It's like a learning thing. You can, oh, there's always something to learn. Honestly, I don't play it out as much as maybe I should. All right, this is the matchup I was talking about yesterday that I think is actually kind of bad, especially if I'm on the play. I think it's even worse. You have Ornithopter? Okay, I'm actually just going to concede to that, yeah. I think this is nigh unwinnable. I don't know. I can like, no, I can't even unsummon it anymore. All right, yeah, it's just over. Oh, that was fast. I won a 10-minute game and then lost a 10-second game. Go up 1 rank, go down 1 rank. I would also like to maybe see my free counterspells more often. We could play the Valdaken, what is it called? Valdraken? What is it called? The new guild, the Gilded Drake that's nerfed. I don't know what it's called. Volatile. I think I want to play this. I've been impressed with it every time I see it. I'm going to try playing with the Drake. What have I not liked? I do like Peak, kind of. The protection spells have been annoying. Maybe I can take one out. So far, really, any game hasn't mattered with these in mind. I can't take out a counter spell. To me, that's obtuse. So yeah, I think that's the first thing to go. Wizard class also questionable. A lot of mana to do something that's not exciting. The no max hand size doesn't matter. The bottom part is good, but it's a lot of mana to get there. I could also just get rid of Wizard class, yeah. Have not been impressed with it. I mean, honestly, I can get rid of Triskaidekaphile. I kind of forgot it was even in here. I don't know when I did that. Sometimes you can line up where you have 13. But most of the times you can't. And the no max hand size, again, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I could even take out Reliquary Tower. I could add Library here. I think of all the decks I've played so far, this is one of the more welcoming library decks. I don't know about Ancient Tomb. I don't know. I'm sure Ancient Tomb is fine. Hard to say that it isn't. We can try Library, I guess. Why not? Karn's Bastion gives you experience counters, but it's at 5 mana. That's kind of impossible. I don't think I like Strip Mine. I don't think I'm that kind of deck. Although I think Eureka is, but maybe I'm too mana hungry. That it's not a good idea, so... Oh, is Drake block Katara? Yeah, that's true. I have the unblockable auras and stuff, though. Even Arcane Flight would actually get through, because it turns into a 2/4. I'm not too worried about that. Not too worried about that. I think the whatever you have stolen might be so insane that it doesn't matter. Like, there's so many things that are good to steal. But I could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm totally right. Alright, Mythic Instance. What do we got? Do we want Mana Drain? Why not? Why not? Can't go wrong with Mana Drain. It's just another counter spell. Oh, speaking of that, right. The ban list. I'll take Chrome Mox. I don't think this... I kind of messed up the deck now, but this deck doesn't have the ban. I should have made a copy of it before I added all the ban cards and stuff. Yeah, Chrome Mox. Can't forget about that one. Well, I did forget about it until just now. I got Stifle already on a land today. Maybe I can take it out. Not a big fan of stifling lands. It's not that crazy. Yeah, let's take that out. All right, here we go. Yeah, the emotional trauma of losing your commander to a mind control might just offset it. This hand's gonna need some help. And I don't think I'm playing Consider until after Katara. So we're kind of just hoping this is a ramp deck that doesn't cast like 15 removal spells or something. But as per usual, I think I'm just completely interested in casting Katara as a 2-drop. And if you have an answer, congratulations. Not going to respect anything against Golos on turn 2. 5-color deck, trying to get to a 5-minute commander fast. This is worth it. Of course it isn't. Why would it be? It just has a perfect answer. Both of those have text on them. Opponent does not play around days. Might have been a good idea to play around days there. Opponent apparently has a card that is either black or blue. So no Katara for me. Opponent immediately plays an uncounterable land. Okay. Gotta love it. Golos just always having perfect everything. Gotta love it. Must be nice. Gotta love it. Literally just always has it. Okay, at least I can remove it from the game. Probably too late for that to matter, but... Removal spell on turn 2, Dark Ritual, uncounterable land. You got it. Show me how to do it. I'd love to find out. Can't really do anything. I mean, I've probably already lost this game. I might as well try to cast it and see if it works. I have one way to defend it. They Cyclonic Rift my Eaten by piranhas, so they're just trying to spin a random Golos? I can't stifle it. Okay, they can't do it? Toxic Deluge for 3? Okay. They didn't respect the combat trick. And I'm going to... do this. Okay, there's the land. Get rid of that. And then here. Please tap the stupid cavern. My goodness. Okay. Sure. Yep. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, they don't have anything? Oh, we can play the game? I can play the game? Beautiful. I was not feeling good about that early game. Like, my opponent just had it all there. Uncounterable land. Took 3 extra turns. Dark Ritual. Golos. Bounce this, couldn't activate it. And then we won. That's crazy. Okay. It really didn't look like I was going to win that. Sweet. Well, that's a reason not to ever concede, I guess. I felt like conceding. Was really not looking good. It's turned itself around. Timna what? Bruce Tarl? Okay. Again, every time I see partner commanders, they're playing like the 1-2-3 sweaty things, and their whole deck curve just stops at 3 mana. So I'm going to assume there's a crap ton of removal. Should probably take the augury. Yeah, they took something I would not have taken. Oh, with these uncounterable cards. Ay. Alright, I can't reasonably do anything about that, so. I'm gonna fetch now. So there's no double removal. Although, actually, that doesn't matter. There could still be double removal. It wouldn't do anything. Never mind. Logic is flawed. Come on, dude! You gotta be kidding me! Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. People, like, the partner commanders just play the literal wall of 1, 2, 3 hyper-efficient garbage. Like, that's every single time I see them. Just 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No cards, no card exists in the game that costs 4 or more. Double Katara answer is just so gross. Everything's uncounterable, and I can't play spells. Like, okay. You got it. You got it. Alright, so I've seen 25 Cavernous Souls today, Mistville Villages, Voice of Victories. I've even seen a, what is it? The Grand Abolisher. I've seen a Grand Abolisher. Like, where was all of this when I'm playing a deck that doesn't have counterspells? Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. That's just kind of crazy. Could have probably got rid of a land instead of this. I think it's fine, though. Every land drop's most likely going to matter. I respect literally nothing. If it's Solitude, you want to draw your card first. No, you don't, because I could have a spell on your turn. Yeah, never mind. I could have days. Should do it now. Winter Moon? I guess, yeah, I can play Winter Moon. Probably good enough, yeah. I can see it working. Oh, look, it's Solitude, wow. Ballot. Whenever land enters, becomes tapped. I guess because I have excess this, I'll do it now. I guess. It's fine. I can't say I'm really threatened by that card, though. Sure. You got it. The heck does this do? Okay. Yep, I said that in the intro. Fully aware of how the format works. I'm not respecting a single thing. I don't really know how I could, actually. This can find... Well, I actually can find any color. Yeah. Is that the right one? Blue, red, blue, red. Wait a minute. That's not the right one, is it? That doesn't let you cast your commander. Does it? Blue, red, blue, red. No, it doesn't. That's not for commander, so they didn't find the right one unless there's something else happening. They literally just denied themselves their commander. I assume that's what they were trying to do. Okay, my opponent might be as surprised as I am. Yep, that was a mistake. They were not paying attention. Can I capitalize? I don't think I need this as a spell, so I'll play it as a land. I'm not going to stop the Birds of Paradise. This is inevitable. I might as well stop it with one of these. And that one will be this one. Shouldn't matter too much. Do I Serum Snare? Could Serum Snare this. I think it's good to just get the experience counters going. I'm going to argue that. Oh yeah, we got 2 counters on the cavern. I don't think that breaks it. It would be funny if it did, though. So we are always swinging. I mean, there's no way I don't swing, right? Wouldn't like a land, but everything else is just good enough to keep. So no land for us. Sure. That does mean I could interact with this and they can't cast their commander unless they find a white source. But I already have an answer to it with this, so I think I'm fine. Oh, and it also actually died. I didn't just bounce it. It is taxed. It's not uncounterable, right? Okay, just making sure. I think I'll Snapcaster. I can't. No, I can't do anything. Never mind. Well, to be fair, I don't really have to do anything. Yeah, it's just totally over. Okay, well, no voice of victory, and they couldn't do anything. Can play through one hate piece pretty well. It's just when they pile up, it becomes a huge problem. But, yep, sweet. Are there more reasonable... Frogifies? I feel like Slip Out the Back just costing 3 is annoying. This deck really just enjoys 2-mana cards a lot more than 3. Is there an update to this stupid? Let me look at this. I gotta update my chat widget thing. Keeps like resetting. My chat widget keeps resetting. I don't know why. Okay. I don't think I like this, actually. You know what? Recast not increase. I don't think I like that. Is there another, like, Sapphire Medallion effect that's good here? What if we just played Baral? I don't know, Baral's weird to me. But, I mean, it's still, like... What about you? Hold on. Non-creatures as long as you have 3... Oh, you have to have lessons. Yeah, I think Baral's fine, right? I was talking about Katara enjoying the Eddie Merc Crab Tolarian Terror. And I think that's true. Like, these are a problem for decks. Like, you can put in 5/5s and you can win with them. I don't think any of my wins or losses would have really been decided so far by these cards, though. But it is something to take note of. What's another discounter that's not, like, poop? Cloud Key? I mean, like, instant or something? It costs 3, though. What does this do? Mill. Oh, pfft. I don't think I ever cast. No, I don't ever cast 4. Oh, well, I guess there's not many options then. Very well. Very well. The queue times for ranked is like so much faster than non-ranked. It's kind of cool. Luge? I don't know. Luge is a bit out there, I think. Luge just a little bit out there. Let's play this tapped and say hello. See, this is where Ancient Tomb is questionable because it doesn't do any... Oh, wait, what happened? Oh, I guess nothing. Opponent's upset already, turn 0. Interesting. Instant sorceries have Cascade. Ancient Tomb. Swing. Oh, I can do it, I promise. Decline. Okay. Suppose it's safe to spend as much mana as I want on literally anything, so. Okay. You got it. I guess my opponent snoozed me out because they didn't want to play the matchup, but didn't want to concede turn 0. Not sure. I guess it's a bad matchup. I mean, Cavernous Souls on turn 6, and then this is a problem, maybe? It has Cascade. It comes with a spell. I feel like if Katara is a bad matchup, you shouldn't be playing this. But you've made it to Diamond, so you know more than I do. It's a weird thing to be upset about, though. It's odd. Like, have you dodged Katara this whole time? No Kataras, no Eurekos, no Teferi, Hero of Dominarias. Like, how'd you get this far? If you're upset that you see one, I mean. Maybe they're just sad that they played against it 3 times in a row. I don't know. It's the bottom of Diamond. It's not like conceding changes much. You can't go back to Platinum. The psychology of ranked players. It's been a minute. I have to get in tune with people again and their strange behavior. I thought I said I took this. Oh no, I said I thought I might wanted to take this out and I didn't. Alright, well we know this deck has 15,000 talismans. To get rid of Sanctum of Calm Waters. Opponent somehow has nothing. Interesting. Love to see it. This is definitely a spot because they did nothing where I just... Oh, wait. Maybe not. Hold on. This is not my end step. Not my end step. Okay. I'm willing to cast it now. I don't lose if it doesn't work instantly, so I will cast it. Natural Order. Wow. Natural Order. Alright, looks like Dark Ritual. Another heavily played card in this deck. No, not the case. Something probably better, though. This gives you a land drop every turn. I unfortunately have to do something about that, I think. I think I do. I can do it on my... Oop. I get to swing. Can do it on my opponent's turn, and this is on the end step, right? Beginning of your second main phase. Alright. I really just want to cast things on my opponent's turn. I like Illuge as a commander. I really like Illuge. I think a lot more goes into that, though, to get it to do what you want. Okay, I'll just take... I think I have to let this happen, which kind of sucks, but I think I just have to let that happen. Unfortunately, yeah. I can't just do stuff and then lose because I tried to ignore it. You don't do anything? What are you doing? Alright, well. Far from me to just do nothing. Yeah, I was about to say, it's still a 3-3, so... How do you do nothing? Not a single thing? What? Like, not a single thing? I like my whole hand, but I'm still gonna draw. Okay. Because I like my whole hand, I'll get rid of the card draw spell. In standard? Ooh, in standard it feels real hard. I'm sure you can do the thing. It just seems really difficult in standard to do anything with that card. There's like, what is it, Roxanne and Ketramos literally everywhere. Feels like a nightmare for Eluge. But I guess if you stop Katara, it's not as bad. You're still stuck with Eluge though. I mean, Ketramos. No? I think I'm gonna let you do that. They can't swing at me. Yeah, I can see beating Roxanne. Alright, we have kind of problems. There's going to be a turn eventually I have to swing with my commander, and maybe this is the turn. Maybe this is the turn. Drawing 3 is significant. I do have a Baral. Yeah, this is probably too good to not do. This is probably too good. Like, I have Baral in play. I drew cards. I caught up with my opponent in cards. I drew good cards. I think this is just what I have to do. They have paid a lot of life this game. Well, even more than a lot. This is not Respect Manalik. Alright, yep, it was right to swing. It was right to attack there. There was a turn cycle where my opponent had 6 lands and did nothing, and I don't really know what the hand could consist of. That's the best solution, but like, at that point, even if I have a counterspell, I think you're supposed to play into it and just start fighting through it, because it's not like the counterspells are leaving my hand if you don't do anything. All I'm gonna do is draw more cards, and I don't know what kind of window we're looking for. Really? I just don't know. Natural Order. Was that milled? Was that surveilled away? I think that was surveilled away. It would have actually been good here. This is a green creature, right? It stays a green creature. And I guess you get... we went through the options before, and I said Natural Order is like not actually as good as people think it is because it can't get Emrakul or something. You can get, barring an elf deck that wants to get Craterhoof, you can get like Atraxa and Elder or World Spine Worm. I don't think you would get that, but you could. Progenitus, again, another sort of questionable one. Especially if it's stuck in your hand. Yeah, it's probably always Atraxa, I feel. But it would have been nice to find out. I've never actually seen anyone cast it. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have been nice to have it happen to me, but it'd be interesting to see what people think to put in with it. Maybe Allosaurus Shepherd? You just put Allosaurus Shepherd in play? Alright, what does this do? Whenever you cast a non-creature, you pay X life, and then you make a 1/1 and put counters on it. Alright, so you only have to cast the spell, it doesn't have to resolve. My opponent's on the play. Not great. Not great. This also looks like a deck that is probably interested in, like, Voice of... whatchamacallit? Victory. Also apparently has a 0-mana spell. All of these are funny. Oh my goodness, all of these are actually pretty good. Okay, yeah. Man, if I had this turn 1, ugh. Please tell me you counter this. Please tell me you counter this. Come on. Come on. Yes. Oh. This? Daze? Daze? Cast Daze, please? Please cast Daze. Come on. Dang it. Dang it. So how does my opponent win without their commander if it is important enough? I wonder. Okay, looks like there's yet another 0-mana spell. Amazing. Let us find out together. What do you do? Flawless Maneuver? What does that do? Creatures you control gain indestructible. What? Okay. And then play nothing. Alright. See what they do. Bounce the Storm Drake? Beautiful. Actually beautiful. So play this. Have a seemingly commanding presence. Oh man, that worked out so well. All right. That worked. Yes. Oh, what a perfect game. Oh man. Oh, that was great. Yikes. Opponent's gonna feel that one for a while. Well, there's the Drake being such a problem. My opponent had to spend the removal spell that they wasted their silence on. Oh my goodness. Also, why the heck did they cast this? It just makes a 4/4. All right, I guess that's fair. Yeah, you should probably make a 4/4 if you're about to lose your commander. Makes it hard to swing with this. Oh, excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yep, there was not much left that could be done to stop me here, really. All through a Cavern of Souls. Love to see it. I got 2 commanders. I got 99 commanders and a Drake Paint 1. I do think it is actually a little underplayed. The best commanders are kind of always going to be permanently stolen. Just their mana cost 1, 2, and 3. So, I think it is a little underplayed. Just a wee bit. Light Pause on the play is insanely different from the draw. Insanely different. Like this game could be win or lose based entirely off of play versus draw. Fairies protection. That thing. That thing. That thing. That thing. Alright, so what do I do to stop this? How do I stop my opponent? Literally play versus draw. That is the only way Light Pawns can get in. When an aura you control enters. Okay, so I can cast this and have it matter. They have a 1 mana spell? What? How did they... How did they do that? They must have drawn a 1 mana spell. I guess so. That's rather annoying. I could cast my commander and like expect Commandeer to maybe sort of work. I have to respect the protection spell that apparently they drew. I have to now. Like the holding of priority is giving me information. Yeah, I have to respect this 1 mana card, which sucks, but such is life. All right, we can cast this now, at least. It's not mana tithe. I mean, if it's path, or I mean, sword, so be it. Looks like it isn't. Sigard is 8. Yep, don't care. Doesn't change anything. Still have to cast your spells. Alright, despite being on the draw, looking good. Looking good. I can swing and do max punish with a combat trick, so I don't see how they don't block. But maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. Alright, the blowout is real. It should beat it. Beautiful. Keep this in hand. Yep, it's over. Alright, play versus draw. Like, if I was on the play there, I probably would have won even faster. But fortunately, I was able to stop everything Light Paws wants to do. They can cast their stuff on end step, so I think that would have just been better to, like, wait and cast it. It would have been better. I don't know if it would have been good enough. I can commandeer auras, so not great. I wish I knew what that 1 mana spell was. Some kind of protection spell. Beautiful. Another game, if I had Drake and I swapped with their Light Paws, it would have probably just been over instantly. Putting auras on the Drake is probably not going to be better than whatever stealing Light Paws does. Have I played Force of Will yet? I feel like I haven't seen Force of Will yet. I do not know what this is. I don't know what this is. Death Touch? Oh, it's Finn. Okay, so it's the Death Touch thing. It's Finn. I have 1 land, and it's not good enough. Okay, I can get rid of Shore Up, probably? I mean, they have fight effects. They do have fight effects. Alright. This is a very difficult matchup, because all Death Touchers impede my progress, and their whole deck is just Death Touchers. So. Let's see here. I can cast my commander and just assume my opponent's going to play their commander. That's kind of the idea here. I don't know if I can afford to play this on their turn, but maybe I have to. I'm surprised I haven't seen this yet until just now. That's a bit surprising. Can wait till end step. Sure. Because the poison doesn't matter, I'll just take 2. It literally doesn't matter. If Finn is in play, I lose anyways, so unless it goes to 10, it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's cast you here. Are there problems for doing this? Maybe. Let's do this to play around something. Okay. We just pass again. I don't have any first strike or really anything to stop this, actually. It might just be an auto loss. I can't really get in there. I'm losing the damage race. Not sure how to beat this. They can only swing with 1? Is maybe the logic? And I have a ton of turns. Opponent doesn't even want to swing. Okay. I suppose that is fair. Still what I assume is a 1-minute protection spell. Or at least in like an indestructible one. Other genuine... Oh yeah, there's hexproof ones. Yeah. There's hexproof ones. Serum Snare, hello. There's no instant speed 1-mana fight. I don't gotta worry about that. I think I'm leaving this in the graveyard there. Yeah, there's no 1-mana fight here. So I can cast Think Twice. I could bait out a defense spell, but they're really not incentivized to, like, even stop that anyways. Yeah, this is fine. I wonder when I'm supposed to swing. Maybe it's right now. I don't really know. Okay, I found what I needed to make swinging feel good. So I will play it. There are reach spells. Reach enablers. Wouldn't like to see that. Pick Your Poison could be a card, but they let me swing first. It's not Pick Your Poison. Oh look, it's the thing I was talking about. Crazy. Holy lands. I'm dead if they go for their commander. Oh wait, no I'm not, because they don't have another menace. They don't have more mana. Doesn't work. Okay. Yep. They didn't go for their commander. It would have won had it resolved, and they just didn't do it. Four damage to a creature with flying. Okay. Oddly specific. think I'm recasting it. Yeah, I'm recasting it here. Looks like yet another protection spell. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, whatever. Whatever. Answer. Can't even stop their commander now. If I play my commander and I'm dead on board most of the time, I don't think I can draw enough to have any meaningful stuff happen this game. I'm literally dying to draft commons. Whatever. Yep, it takes away abilities. This is correct. I have no extra turns, spells. Funny enough, this actually would have been really good, but I don't have access to it. Yeah, Omniseas would have been one of the cards that could have maybe saved me. And now it doesn't. Player doesn't do it. Alright, I'm dead. As far as I'm aware, I'm dead. I can block one of them and take 3 still? I think I'm dead. Okay, that didn't matter. Wait a minute. I thought it was all attacking creatures get the text. Okay, maybe I'm not dead? Go to 1? Oh, no, it's lethal. It's trample death touch. You only have to assign 1 damage. Okay, even if that did work, I can't stay alive. Yeah, like I said, this is probably just an auto loss because draft commons are going to kill me, and I can't really stop the poking. I probably would have died sooner had they actually attacked and just decided not to attack me. I needed 1 less protection spell, and I think we would have had a real game. Again on the draw against Eureka. Come on. It's such a bad matchup to be on the draw. Such a bad matchup to be on the draw. Unbelievably bad to be on the draw. And it's not a best of 3 format, so. That doesn't even feel like I can win. It feels totally folly. Like, what am I supposed to do? They also have a spell that matters here, apparently. Yeah, whatever. I guess I just do nothing and, like, leave up piranhas. It could be a 1-mana flashing creature, too, but, like, it doesn't change that much, honestly. What am I supposed to do? I don't think anything matters. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. This is most likely a deck with a lot of other ninjutsu cards in it too. Which makes it even easier for them to not care about removing Eureka. It looks like it's 100% stock list too, because it's playing the land I say you shouldn't play, and the stock list plays it. Which means it has all the ninjutsu cards. Same with Moon Shadow. Yeah, this looks like stock. Which doesn't really help me, other than the knowledge that I'll lose to goofy ninjutsu cards I say you shouldn't play. So I can play Katara, and then I can peacefully lose. I didn't even draw a land either, actually. Yep. I think I was right, at least. At least I know what I'm talking about. It feels like an unwinnable matchup. They're like kind of the same thing, except my opponent just has better cards for the situation. That is Katara versus Eureka. I don't have a lot of experience with it, because I don't play a lot of either deck, but still, I think I was pretty on point about that discussion yesterday. It feels like Eureka's 10 times better in the exact matchup. Like, I can't interact. My opponent has 25 extremely good cards that are hard to stop. And a lot of them cost 0 mana. Like, it's they attack me at the perfect angle, and I can't stop them. It's just so good against me. I suppose it's better than just playing the mirror all the time, though, to be fair. Suppose that is fair. So I can't play library if I aim to actually cast relevant spells like Force Spike. Another reason why library might not be great. Can't really use it. Have to Force Spike. Yeah, Commander Jujutsu, I can't do anything. Just can't do anything. It's just so good against me. It's not a great land. Alright, well, we're here for this. At least I have Fierce Guardianship. And Strip Mine. Great. Suppose library wasn't going to get to 7 anyways, so that's not too bad. I'm not upset my opponent losing a land. At least I don't think I am. Okay, I didn't immediately lose the game. That's cool. I wonder if they should have... Goodness gracious. I wonder if they should have got rid of library? Because I am going to draw with it. I wonder if they should have got rid of this with Strip Mine. This is one of the few spots in this game I think it will draw, so it might have been right to do that, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they just didn't respect it. I mean, it already drew a card now, so when you strip mine it just sort of replaces itself. Oh. Wait. Wait a minute. Okay. Do I tails end that? Sure. I'll tails end that. It's a funny line. Let's not lose the game on the spot. Okay, well that worked out better than it probably should have. I can kill both of these if they double block, and I don't see why they wouldn't. Everyone else likes a double block. So get rid of you. I have to stop loot from activating? Might not be able to do that. Extra turn spells? If they didn't cost 5, I'm not really feeling them. They feel like they're only good when I'm like at a spot like this, and usually at this spot you're just kind of winning. But currently can't stop loot, which means maybe not winning. We'll see what it does. It could whiff. It could also maybe not be what they want to do. It could also just be that. It's not like it's Kinnan. It's certainly not Kinnan. They had cards in hand, didn't use them. 1, 2, because they want to activate their thing, correct. Can I cast this and actually do something with it? Oh, I can, okay. I mean, my opponent's hand isn't great, so I'll just get rid of this and draw other cards. Alright, I am in a position to start making 8/8s. This is an odd time to do this. It's a very odd time to do that. Chart is nice, but I'm drawing so much it shouldn't matter. For all, play this, right? Do I have time to play that? I don't think I do, actually. I was gonna play it, I should have played it earlier, so I don't think I have time for that card right now. It would be nice to get like up to 8 experience counters anyways. Which I think I can do, so it's kind of the same. Scavenging Ooze. I'll put that on top of your deck. Sorry, opponent, I have to think. Sometimes I struggle with that, so I'm not activating library. Get rid of Dive Down. I can trade with their commander, and that takes away an uncounterable method of getting stuff into play. They have how much mana left? 1? We can do this here. It just stacks the top of my opponent's deck with not great cards. I think that's good. I could have wound up drawing too, how things panned out, so oopsie doopsie. But we got to 8. That's the main thing. So I can start making an 8/8 every turn. So if I steal the auger, the only way to get the top away from the top is to loot it. Because the auger can cast... Oh no, they don't have Coven, do they? Yes, they do. They have Coven. Wait, do they? No, it's all 1s and 2s. They don't have Coven. They only have Coven with Nissa. So they draw Nissa, they cast it, it's uncounterable. Then they have Coven, and then they can cast this off the top. Okay. Not accidentally cycle this. I highly doubt they're going to block the Cutthroat. Let me just think about it. Yeah, there's no efficient good blocks here with the Cutthroats. And I can start making 8/8s. I mean, even if they do block the Cutthroat, it's not a big deal if they try to trade. Because I have 8/8s. Alright, so... Pass the turn? There's nothing I'm stealing with this Drake. Don't need you. And I don't think I need Arcane Flight. Oh, I don't need Shore Up, definitely. Probably didn't need Daze either, honestly. Alright, this shouldn't matter, right? I can bounce the... Actually, you know what I can do? Because they don't have a 4-powered creature. Let's actually do this for once. I can bounce the Augur. They cannot recast it. And then they don't have Coven or a land. Oh, they can recast it. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I can't count. Oh, can't count. Okay. Couldn't count. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. For some reason, I thought they couldn't recast it. But to be fair, even if they can, it doesn't matter. How did I get confused? Delighted Halfling, Linerals. I must have miscounted. Actually, they could cast... They had 1, 2, 3, 4... They had 7 mana. Why did I think they had 5? I think I got confused with Fanatic of Ronus and thought it could, like... Oh, it can't tap for 4, therefore they don't have 6 mana. I think that's where my brain went, because they didn't tap this for 4. And I'm like, oh, Daze is dead, because this taps for 4. But like, I got tripped up on this, I guess. Too many 4s in play that were actually irrelevant with this. Alright, but either way, it doesn't matter. I have any amount of disruption. We know their next draw. I'm making an 8/8 every turn. There's not anything they can do. Loot is only your land count, which was 4, so they can't put in like Emrakul or anything like that. Actually, did they do anything this game except mana? No, I guess they didn't, huh? If the Nissa resolved, I probably would have lost. Alright. That was probably the window to win, and I just had the answer. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know if I like extra turns. I really don't know. I feel like they're only good when I'm, like, winning? You know, like, is it take an extra turn, draw another 8, just discard down to 7 again? That just doesn't feel right to me. I don't know. I don't normally see Katara play those. I don't think I need Negate. Snapcaster can matter. I guess it's another blue card guaranteed for Commandeer. Play versus draw. This is another highly significant play versus draw game. Very significant. I don't have a Frogify effect, though. When it wisely does their stuff, I will just sit, trust my opponent that they'll actually block. Alright, what do you got? I'll peek in response to a spell. Honestly, maybe even just a land. Okay. What do we got? What are we working with? Ice Till Worm Coil Engine. Great War. Alright, what does this do? If it was kicked, it gets... And then they have a... They don't have a fetch land. They don't have a fetch land. Do I care about this? It's not lethal. Okay, now I definitely do not care about it. It's not lethal. I just take 8. Alright. Let's swing. Get rid of Ponder. And do I have time to play this? I don't think so. Let me really think about it. Alright, I'm going to try to play this. I'm going to try to play this and assume I'm not just dead. I know their hand. Snapcaster kills Tifa if they don't give it toughness. And that might actually be what happens here. It might swing for 4. And then Tifa dies to Snapcaster Mage. But it looks like my opponent's playing goofy random stuff, which gives them defense against... Oh, they have another land. Oh wait, no, that doesn't give toughness. It's the same logic. What am I thinking? Sacrifice this? Yeah. Alright. Not dead. But my opponent's hand is full of really goofy, funny things, I suppose, for the games where Tifa's not enough. I think you're still better off going all in on Tifa, but I like to see it. It's kind of cool to have 2 angles in your deck. I don't need that. I don't really need a protection spell, actually. I will play this as a land. My life total is irrelevant. And if it is relevant, then I'll blame chat. Took 8 twice from Tifa. Counter literally any card ever. They cast the... Is there a way to cast another spell? No? Wonder if casting Ice Till or like a 5 is better, so you can squeeze in 2 spells in the same turn. Because now if you drew another land, you could have 7. Because it doesn't look like they can cast anything. Yeah, maybe not what I would have went for there. I probably would have went for Vivian or Ice Till. Just so you can try... It's easier to double up on spells if you keep your cheapest spell there. Double T is fine, yeah, that shores up potential problems. But now we have 8/8s again. I've won every single time I've gotten this to 8 counters. My opponent hasn't bothered to continue, so it looks like having an 8/8 is too good. Though, just like all the other things, once you're drawing 7 a turn, do you really need an 8/8? Because I feel like you don't. Pass the turn. 1, 2, 3. It's like Caverner Souls or bust here. Oh, I actually have an answer to Cavernous Souls too. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they could possibly do. That ain't it though. Yeah, see? This is a spot where you could cast a 2 and a 3. Or a 4 and a 3, excuse me. And that might just be better. I can make 2. Oh, yes. Look at it. Look at it go. Look at it go. That actually doesn't even save my opponent. Just dead on board. Yes. Oh. I love that. Oh, I love it. Look at that. I killed my opponent through a worm coil with a bunch of 8/8s. Your backup plan as a Tifa deck, I've done this before. It's a little hard to play like some of these things. Like, I'm not sure if you want this, oh, Tifa didn't work, I have this other thing kind of thing. I don't know if worm coil is that thing. I'm not sure. I do argue maybe Tifa's better when you're completely all in on it. Like, totally all in. I think your deck's just better. But if you want to do the backup plan, I don't know. I'd have to reevaluate. There's a lot of options, and I don't think Wormcoil has been good for like 3 years. It's extremely difficult to have do anything. Sometimes it's just hard to even block with it. Your opponent just like swinging at you, and it's never just getting in favorable combat. And there's a lot of ways to exile it too, so you don't even get the 3/3s. It's a very hard card to have work. At that point, I almost argue Platinum Angel is just a better option. I'd almost argue that. And that still is just suffering from the same issues, really. Still cool to see. I'll go for a little bit longer. I saved myself an hour of deck building when I play a deck I've already put together in the past. Azusa. Okay. I'm glad to see some cool stuff in Diamond. I like it. Well, I have a hand that is good on the draw. Oh, opponent's reading my commander. Saw him mouse over it. I think this is good on the draw. It's less good if they don't have a 1-drop, but still okay. A little insane they don't even have a 2-drop. What does that mean? I mean, you at least Cavern for days? Or Force of Will? No, just sending it? Alright. Well, I got no answer to it. They're doing the thing? Oh, they didn't do the thing, I was going to say. Azusa players, they play their 3rd mana source and then they stare at Azusa. This person did not do that. They didn't stare at Azusa, they actually did something else. Alright. That's exciting. That is exciting. Let's give it the old pokety wokety. And then... Yep. Wonder if this is the land destruction deck? Okay. You can swing for 3 before you do other stuff. Dust Bowl. We're just totally ignoring Azusa. Wow. Incredible. What does this mean? What is all that? until your next turn, so I can't kill their commander, or their planeswalker. Okay, let's do that, I guess. Take that one. I am pretty confident that there's no downside to doing this right now. I am relatively confident that I can get away with this and there is no punish. I refuse to believe you have something that matters. You have a fight? Okay, that's at least that one isn't obtuse. At least that's like a normal card to expect to see. Still really gross and stupid that I have to deal with that, but I was always going to have to deal with that. Opponent is playing like a maniacal genius, and it is upsetting me. I'm curious why this matters for me. Okay, it matters enough to my opponent. I'll counter it. Even though I have ways of dealing with it. 2 lands here could be a problem. But I'm going to have to deal with it eventually. I want a land. This is really good, though. No, I need a land. Alright, can I cast Katara and not lose the game? I don't think I can, which really sucks. How do I win from here if I'm not playing Katara right now? We'll figure it out. I think I can take a turn off just doing something arbitrary. Especially if this is all they're doing. Do I want Mystic Sanctuary? I think I do. And I will put Counterspell on top of my deck. Or Spike. Well, I didn't draw a land for 3 turns, so I'm gonna just actually cast my commander. Can we not have another random fight? They made a mistake? I don't know what the mistake was. Let's play this on this. And then go to my opponent's upkeep? You have a 1-minute spell? Get out of here with that. Get out of here. Maybe okay, if they have that, I'm convinced I should probably, I don't know. What could they have here that I don't want to see? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Ugh. Don't like this. Okay. What's 1 mana here? Miscal can go. I don't need more experience counters. Crop rotation? Please be crop rotation. Yes. Okay. Could be an endurance, although that would be honestly kind of odd. Be a little weird if there was endurance there. Sure. Birds of Paradise? Yep. What an interesting game so far. Crazy. Let's play that swing. Get rid of you. Crazy game. Do I have to do anything on my turn? Nope. Invasion for 1. What does invasion for 1 do? Let's look at the hand. Consult the Oracle. Primeval Titan Bramble Familiar. Invasion for 1. I'm gonna say no to that. I'm gonna say no thank you. I don't know what it could do. It could get the what's the 1 mana elf that sacks a land to find a land. Don't know what it's called. Elvish Reclaimer? No. Whatever it is. Allosaurus Shepherd? Ooh, yep. Okay, they're just casting as a mana dork. I feel like that would have been better as a spell that would have potentially been a problem. But they didn't. No efficient blocks. Actually, I'll leave this behind. Yeah, Allosaurus Shepherd's probably a problem. Sort of. I love how these 1 minute combat tricks actually work. And are like really meaningful. Inside of combat. It's funny. Like the combat trick's good in combat. Who would have guessed? Is this the Hail Mary turn? Just cast it, scoop if it doesn't work? They could have been dust bowling me, but that is messing up their stuff as well. Do I have a way to stop the trigger? Currently, no. So I got to counter with Flare, so they can't flare Katara. And then, how do I stop this? I gotta put this on something so they can't exile Katara. I suppose I can play this? Just trying to find ways to make it so Katara can't die. And then I can do nothing else. Just triple check. There's nothing I can do to mess myself up. They can't not kill Katara. They have to swing with it and draw 11. As far as I'm aware, my hand cannot be disrupted. And they can't kill Katara. I think I at least stopped that from happening, which is the significant part. They can pick it up. Oh, they can pick it up though, can't they? They can pick it up with Otawara. Oh, I can't stop everything. I can't. All right, so they can discard Katara and it's gone forever. But on the bright side, they have to draw 11. And then I still have Fairy Mastermind they can't stop. So there's that. Oh yeah, sure, they can put the auras on their creatures. It's not a big deal. Wait, what? Why didn't it work? Why did that? Okay, there we go. I was wondering, did it scam my opponent? Okay, so now I lose Fairy Mastermind too. That's actually, now it's a problem. I would not have played a land. I would not have played a land there. There was no reason to. No reason to do that. Okay. Probably on your... Wait, what? Couldn't that have gone on your creature? No, you control, sure. Okay. They can cast a spell and force of will away another card. This is a cool Emrakul. Emrakul. I don't know if I'm casting Think twice. That's odd. Also, I'm not sure why they put that there and not there. Why are they doing this? Why didn't you put that on your own creature? Okay, I think they lost the ability to Otawara my Katara. Yeah, they lost their ability to Otawara this. They did not see the line. Maybe it's a hard one to see. Maybe it is hard to see. I don't know. Okay. I'm not going to lie to you. Even if they did. So what I was thinking was you swing with Katara, which my opponent is highly disincentivized to do because I draw 15 cards. But let's say you draw and you hit something impactful that messes up my board. I don't really know what. I don't have an extra turn that targets my opponent or anything like that. So you bounce this inside of combat in response to the trigger, and then you discard it to the trigger of draw. So you bounce it in combat, and then you discard it. My opponent did not see that. Maybe it's hard to see that. And again, you just are so distracted by the fact that I'll draw 11 cards that you don't ever want to do that. But I did a really good job at making it so my opponent couldn't destroy my entire universe with the cards, at least. What else happened? Yeah. Their best bet was to draw 11. Even without Otawara, their best bet was to just draw 11. I think. With Reliquary Tower, you can't choose for me to keep 7 lands. Maybe you can't draw 11? That's a very interesting situation there. That's very interesting. I wish I could draw 11 to see what I was going to draw. But even though they did some really strange things with Emrakul, I don't need Katara to win anymore. I have so much card advantage. And again, removing this is 11 cards that I get. So I don't think there's really a lot of ways out of this. I danced around the strip mine very well, too. They can't reanimate it. And I think I probably would have... Oh, it's non-basics, right. You can't blow up islands. Never mind. Dust Ball's not a reliable way to do anything. Really cool game. Counter with Force of Will? Oh, sure, that works too. Yeah, I was just thinking they could have discarded her to her own ability, but that works as well. They could have Dust Bowled the tower. Okay. If there was a window where they could have done that, that's unfortunate. That would have changed it. They could have drew 11 and made me go to lands only in hand. Yeah, that would have done it too. Crazy game. A lot of things to think about. I think maybe my opponent just didn't know how to handle Emrakul because when they cast it, people just auto-concede and maybe they're just so used to that. But really cool game. Really cool game. I don't even know if countering Azusa was right. Could have just Frogified it, maybe, and left them with other things in hand that are harder to deal with. I don't know. That was one of the more interesting games I've played in a while. I like that one. Win or lose. Fortunately, I won. All right. I'm done. So Katara's good. I think I was right about the Eureka matchup every time I saw it. Well, to be fair, I was on the draw every time I saw it. But honestly, even if I wasn't, I don't think the extra edge of being on the play, which I do believe is an advantage being on the play in given matchups. Sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes it does. That matchup, it's highly impactful, and it didn't work out for me. But even if I was, I don't think I'm favored against Eureka. I can't answer anything it does. I can't kill Yuriko, really. I can't make it a 1/1 frog and then leave it in play. It seems like, which really doesn't surprise me. A lot of people are playing the same exact stock list that I saw a bunch of on the internet. I changed a ton of it. I don't play the stock list, but everyone I saw playing Eureka was playing the exact same 99. At least it feels like that. So those cards I say normally you shouldn't be playing that I see all over the place, like the funny ninjas in hand that are only exceptional after you're hitting you with Eureka. Therefore, they're like kind of win more and get in the way of getting to the Eureka point, are played. And those cards mean my answer to Eureka are worse because they can pick up Eureka and I can't really block it because it dies and goes back to the command zone. I have like no answer at all to Eureka, and countering 1-drops all day is not really possible. I can bounce them as much as I want. It's just, it really feels abysmal. Feels totally abysmal. I didn't see the mirror though, but what I did see is a bunch of interesting decks in Diamond. Love to see that. I thought it would be the same 5 commanders. It was last time the rank thing was around and I was playing Kinnan. It was literally just the same 5 commanders over and over and over. But it wasn't this time, or hasn't been. And I really like that. But yeah, so the flaws, like the holes here, just sort of like Eureka's very specific holes, if they are exploited, feel like your deck is awful. With Katara, I think the holes are different than Eureka, but I don't know. It's kind of where that logic line stops. Still a really, really good commander. There are so many matchups. You're like, all right, they can just do whatever they want. You feel like you have an advantage the moment you untap on turn 3, assuming your commander's in play. There is kind of an annoying window, which will probably shrink. Going back to holes, this hole will probably shrink more and more with time, but all these free counter spells just stop your opponent from doing, not really Flare, actually. Flare is not really one of them. They just stop your opponent from impeding you on that second turn when you cast it and pass and you're tapped out. And you just like, if you have days for a crucial removal spell, you just untap with this. Or I guess Mox too, actually. Free mana. That helps a lot too. Shore up the turn 2. Yeah, these would count. Just like VV. I said these were the best cards in VV, and they kind of probably still are. Ancient Tomb is weird. I don't know. A weird one. Doesn't help me cast Katara. To be fair, it can let me cast Sapphire Medallion turn 1. That's pretty good, but apart from that, I don't know. Kind of weird. I don't really have anything that uses 2 colorless mana in the entire deck except like Subtlety, and that's free usually, or I guess Force of Will and whatnot. Fierce Guardianship. Like, it doesn't actually help me cast 2 spells ever, and it deals damage to me, which can matter. So it helps you cast Katara a second time, and that could genuinely matter a lot, that it gives you that second mana to cast Katara the second time. And I don't know if that makes Ancient Tomb good enough, but you could argue it might be free enough to play anyways. There is Mystic Sanctuary, so you want a bunch of islands. And again, the damage it deals to you is kind of questionable. It can really matter that you dealt too much damage to yourself. I saw a Finn player. I kind of forgot Finn existed. The one that makes all Death Touch creatures do 2 poison to you, or have Toxic 2 or whatever. That is probably an auto loss. I did see it, and it felt like an auto loss, and I lost as if it were an auto loss. They just play draft commons, and you can't block any of them. You can totally shut down Finn, but you'll get poked to death. You're just going to die to 1/1s. They don't even need fight effects. My opponent had like the perfect amount of fight effects and the perfect amount of protection spells. Like, their last card was exactly what they needed to stop me. But even if they didn't have that, I don't know how I'm beating 2 1/1s with Death Touch. Like, that's just coming at me. It's going to kill me in 12 turns. I can't really... It's just a little too much to try to get Katara to swing through Death Touch 1/1s when I can't permanently answer them. There's not enough Frogifies in the world to stop Finn, it feels. But fortunately, Finn doesn't seem commonly played at all. maybe it should be played more. It probably still is a bit crazy, but there are stuff like Eureka and whatnot that just kind of does the same thing, except it draws cards instead of dealing 2 poison, and has a bunch of removal to like stop Finn, right? So things just lean more into Eureka is better against what you should expect to play, but if Katara in a vacuum is like left alone, it feels better. But Eureka has all the fancy tools to, I think, disrupt your opponent just a bit more efficiently. And having an uncounterable commander that always costs 2 is cracked. So I think I gotta give it to Eureka. I really do. There's probably a reason why this is not in Hell Q and non-ranked and Eureka is, but it's still a good commander. Still like playing it. Mono Blue has those annoying moments though, where your opponent resolves too many creatures, even if they don't have scary text on them. The stats alone are just going to beat you to death, and that was the issue with Kaito. I really like Kaito, but man, if your opponent sticks anything, you're screwed. You're screwed. I beat this ultimate twice, actually. I beat that ultimate. Yes, I did. Let it be known. Yeah, so that's that. That's that. Chrome Mox is better than Ancient Tomb? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So what's a good matchup versus Eureka? Oh, I don't know. Eureka? I don't know. All right. I'm out of here. GG's. GG's. Was fun. I don't know what I'll play next, though. No idea what I'm playing next. It'll be a mystery. It usually is. It's always a mystery. I consult the list of things I haven't played in a while and be like, oh, that one. I'll play that one.